Hello, welcome to Bulletin Box. Today we have Richa, Ankur, and Saurav with us. They are going to talk about an experience, a sad and a tragic experience, which happened on the night of 5th September. Before we go to the questions, Richa can show us a small clip of the incident.
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
We got out just in time. Within 5 minutes, this is the car. We were in this cab and the driver has ran away. You can see the smoke. Oh boy. Just in time! I was with my friends and this is our car. And look at the car now. This is...
Yeah,
that
was it.
That's really chilling. It's giving me goosebumps. Really shocking. So, Saurav, would you like to tell us how it all started and what transpired this?
Yeah. So the three of us, we went for dinner and we were in a cab back. So we thought we'll drop Richa off to her place and then go to our mine and Ankur. Ankur and I will stay together. We share a flat. So on the way, suddenly the whole car started filling up with smoke and we all could smell it. I don't know who sort of brought driver's notice to it. Richa, who was it?
Richa, it's Richa.
Yeah, because I think actually the smoke started from the back side.
From the back, yeah.
Oh.
I was sitting up in the front. And
yeah, exactly. So I think I was super busy with my phone and then Ankur was sitting next to me on the right side, on the rear seat. And we were just talking about some random stuff. And then suddenly
we were talking about the days we were born.
I know, right? And Ankur was just saying the last statement that he said was, I was born on a Sunday and Sunday is my lucky day. And it was a Sunday on 5th
It
September.
was a Sunday on 5th September.
And then suddenly I felt there's so much smoke. I'm like, oh my God, this is super toxic. We need to pull off.
And how did you realize it is smoke from the car and not from the outside air?
Actually, the initial thought was that maybe it could be charging cable burn because it smelled like that it's a wire burning.
Yeah, okay. It was very metal thing or some rubber is burning.
Yeah, it's not like the smoke from car, the petrol smoke, not that kind of things. But it was like electric. So we cannot imagine that electric smoke is coming out of a car.
Yeah. And immediately, I remember you guys rolled out the windows also, right?
Yeah, we rolled down the windows. Yeah. And then we realized that the bikers who were passing by, they were pointing at our cars also. Yeah. I mean, it was so apparent that even people from the outside can see the smoke. Now, we, of course, and one thing that is to be noticed here, normally things sort of build up normally. There is a little fire or a little spark and then slowly and steadily. In this case, it happened like in a second, the whole car got filled up.
Yeah. And then we were lucky. I mean, we were actually smart in alerting the driver to find shoulder lane immediately.
And stop the car.
Yeah. So actually, our car was on the expressway, on the Yochukang expressway. And right before 3-4 kilometers before my place in Ishun Avenue 1. So we were on the rightmost lane on the expressway. So to find a shoulder lane also took us like 50 seconds. Exactly. And
plus, there was no shoulder lane, by the way. So we just got a fork, I don't know what it's called.
Divider, I think.
The divider space where there was an exit and so we found a little space there and we got out.
Good 40 seconds to find that space. Actually, people are just seeing the car burning down like that. But before that, we could have been died just because of the smoke. So it's so toxic. It's not like we don't even need fire to be killed.
Yeah.
And even while we were about to get down from the car, the right side, the back door got jammed. So definitely there was some electrical short circuit. And maybe, if we didn't get that passage to stop, the other doors would have jammed as well.
Yeah, yes.
Yes,
So
because
that was the most.
we hear stories of people getting stuck in their cars and they could not roll down windows, because nowadays everything is electrical and people passing away due to asphyxiation, and the smoke is so toxic. In fact, the person who gave us lift on our way back home, Jaryl, when we got into the car, he said that, I could still smell the smoke on your clothes. And this was, we were in the car for about 45 or 50 seconds, like Ankur said, and we got out and we were outside, but he could still smell the smoke on our car. Ankur was saying that you could taste it in your mouth.
Even when we were home for 2-3 hours, like there is something in my mouth I can't get rid of. Like I drank a lot of water, but still there, the taste was there.
Yeah. I think, and the funny thing is, the moment we got down from the car, it took like hardly 2 to 3 minutes when everybody realized the smoke was coming from the backside bonnet of the car. Because until then, everybody thought probably the smoke was not there. It's not there anymore. Driver was even thinking, can we drive home again? But then we were like super rigid about it, that there's definitely something huge. The moment he opened the back door, the bonnet of the car, oh my God, it was full of smoke.
Actually, we started doing some inspection also to see what is happening.
Yeah, Ankur was doing that.
Yeah. Ankur was doing the inspection.
I was just scared.
Richa was trembling, so I was trying to hold her, and I was, trying to sort of. I was acting brave because I was very scared. This has never happened to anybody, and you could not have imagined. Like when we were getting out of the car, also there were so many cars zooming past by us. We were just like almost scooting out so that we don't, get hit by the incoming cars.
Yeah.
So nobody could have thought that we would be in a situation like this. She was really shaking. And
there was fast moving traffic also.
Yeah. It was like full on highway in Singapore, and like everybody's on like 110K.
Yeah.
My God.
In fact, personally, I have this feeling probably, I was analyzing my thoughts later, that for that 50 seconds when the car wasn't stopping, we were not getting the shoulder lane. So 10 years back, I have drowned, in a beach in Goa in India. And that thought came back to my mind. I think that thought was so flushing back. Probably it all mixed up. And, I was very sure the car is going to burst and we were just not able to find a way.
Yeah.
So I was so stressed, and probably that led to my anxiety, and I was literally trembling.
Okay. We were actually, Richa pointed out correctly, because in case of lithium ion burn, I'm guessing this is lithium battery which is getting down. It takes seconds to burst. We were lucky in a sense that it took about good 1 minute, 2 minutes to like start burning down.
Yeah. But as soon as we could see the flame, there were explosions.
Yeah. And if the car wouldn't have stopped.
Not big explosions, but minor explosions. So the parts were just flying away. The lanes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just assuming that if the car wouldn't have stopped, it wouldn't have even waited for 3 minutes. It could have just bursted.
Yes, because because we stopped the acceleration of the whole thing, that sort of
slowed down by a few minutes. Yep.
That's true.
But personally, I think it's a huge lesson for everybody who is listening to this interview. We need to make sure that if ever we see even a single sense of smoke, or if we feel something is wrong, never take it for granted, because life is very unpredictable. And such instances can be, I don't know if what is Grab thinking right now, because since nobody died, nobody's actually realizing what could have happened.
Yeah, there's no physical injury.
Exactly. But if we wouldn't have got that passage to stop the car, a lot of things could have happened. And then I'm sure everybody would have been investigating so much. But this was definitely not something that should have happened with Grab, at least. That's what I feel. It was very, very, I had anxiety for 3 days. Today, I was still smiling, but I had anxiety for 3 days.
I can imagine the trauma. I can only imagine the trauma that you have gone through. How did the driver react? I mean, do you think in a way he or the car company is to be blamed?
No, I don't think so. We can blame driver, because driver has rented the car from Grab.
Okay.
And in fact, I want to thank driver, because he was ready to listen to us, and he acted immediately. He was it's okay, because the smoke was not in the front part of the car.
Yeah.
In this kind of moments, like driver can just ignore, just get on with the moment, and the car is moving so fast, they just ignore it. But our driver listened to us, and I would just really want to thank him.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think the car company presence of mind was important.
Amazing. Yes. And even all of you for noticing it and alerting him to stop. Something is terribly wrong there. Has the car company Grab, have they responded? Have they come back with any sorts of, investigation? What could be the possible cause?
Yes. Investigation is still ongoing. Yes. So they called me twice, just checking our well-being if we are okay and if we need any assistance. So if we have to be picked up from a place, maybe, but it has been 2 hours for that incident. How will we be in the same place? Like, I mean, the
Right.
call came really late.
Right.
Exactly.
A lot of things have happened in the last 2 hours. So yeah, Grab was really slow in that part.
Yeah, even on my when I tweeted about this incident to Grab, Grab's response was a very standard
Automated reply.
cut paste response. In fact, we were then contacted by one of the media agencies here in Singapore, and they published an article saying this. And this is exactly what I mean, the reason we are doing this, the reason we spoke to the channel here is that, like Richa was saying, right? I mean, just because nobody was physically hurt, Grab was taking it, its own sweet time. Like Ankur was saying, they contacted us if we wanted to be picked up 2 hours after the incident. And they never contacted us, myself or Richa, or never responded in a way, like kind of trauma that sort of we all have gone through it. And so this is the reason we wanted to sort of talk about it to them. And thank you, Monica, for actually having us on this chat, because it is something that these multi-billion dollar organizations can't take lightly.
Right.
Just because we were lucky to have escaped unhurt, not everybody. I mean, we had Ankur Sharma, whose birthday is Sunday, and it was a Sunday. And we all were lucky. Okay, jokes apart, but we were lucky to have escaped it. And people could not. I mean, there could be an incident, touch wood, there's nobody, but so they should I hope they are taking it seriously behind the doors, because we are not seeing that seriousness in their
response.
Really
can't comment, but what we see as an outsider is what we are feeling, and what we are saying. Like everybody is reaching out to us to ask for our well-being and anxiety, mental health, because it really impacts. It really definitely impacts.
I also want to share one thing. In these kind of situations, it's very important to be calm, and also very important to know things, because there have been similar incident happened in the past. So, but we were not prepared for this incident. Like, imagine if all the four doors were jammed, how to get out. So then I was Googling it, and then I found if you want to break through the window, you just take the headrest out and you can easily smash it out. But we were not prepared. I mean, I was not.
Yes.
I didn't know this, but I know now. So it's very important to be prepared for this thing and be calm.
And you know what this reminds me? I remember, because as a layman, when you really don't know what to do in such stressful situations, you just instinctively do something. So I remember the moment there was a lot of smoke and we were not able to pull off, Ankur told me, wear a seatbelt. The moment I started wearing the seatbelt, is like, no, we are stopping, don't wear the seatbelt. So you can imagine what kind of instinctive decisions we take that time. We really don't know what to do. So I think the major lesson is from others' experience, right? What do we do if we are in a similar situation?
The reason I asked to wear seatbelt is because we were really moving fast to the left side of the road, and in this process and in this panic process, accident can happen. So it's really important to have a seatbelt on, because maybe a fire will not kill us, but the accident can definitely kill us.
True.
So yeah. So then I saw, okay, it's a stop. It's coming.
Okay, just to clarify, Richa was sitting at the back. So back seat belt. I was sitting in the front, so people in the front were definitely wearing a seat belt.
Yes. We are only talking because Ankur is a huge fan of wearing seat belts even on the back seat.
Yes.
So that's why.
Always.
But of course, when we got down, we were just stranded on that expressway. We had nowhere to go. It was a good Samaritan, Jaryl, who was actually there. Yes. He was literally stopping at a distance and, in his own car, and he was waiting for us, because he didn't even honk, or he didn't even just stopped for formality and left.
And imagine, and he didn't even ask us where we, just get in, we'll discuss the things later. Like, I'll drop you anywhere you want to go.
Exactly.
Yeah, it happened that it was on his way. Yeah, but he said that anywhere. Yeah.
And to whoever is watching, so you may have seen our video, and the driver was not with us. Actually, we tried to reach the driver, but the problem was the traffic is moving on our left side, and the car is burning in the middle. So there was, and then there is a, we can't even go from their side because there is a fencing. So we couldn't reach the driver on that.
Yeah, day. So the driver was on the other side of the burning car, and we were on this other side of the burning car. We were not all four together because,
yeah.
So I was able to get his contact number, so I was able to talk to him. He's fine now. He's doing fine now. And then I think he has resumed his work as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think driver was good. That's one lucky thing for us. But we definitely managed to escape. Very narrow escape. I hope nobody gets into a similar situation ever.
Yeah. So, Jaryl, you are here. I have a question. So, it was really, really kind of you, to stop by and help out these people. It's very rare because most of the time we are in a rush and we have a place to get to. So, we really ignore, even if we see signs of distress, people are in trouble, we just move on. So, it was really kind of you, and you kind of restore our faith in humanity. That good people are around in abundance. So what was your thought when you saw these guys in distress and you stopped your car and waited and then dropped them home? What made you do that?
Okay, I guess I kind of just put myself in their shoes. Like, how would I feel if I were them, like stranded in the middle of the highway, and like and I knew that the nearest exit was like quite far away. So I just asked if they needed help, because I'm pretty sure that if I were there, I would want someone to help me in any way, because it will be very hard to get a Grab because it's hard to flag a cab there because what are the odds anyways. So, and I had some time, so why not just help?
Amazing.
Thank you so much. We have to sort of around clap.
And I think Jaryl has put up really modest, in a very modest way. But then everybody has time and everybody don't have time, to be very honest. We all have time and we all are busy as well. Yes. But if you still, and it's not easy to empathize. And if a person like him really says, pretty easily that, I was just imagining myself in their shoes, it's definitely not an easy job. So thanks a lot, Jaryl, for, going out of your way to actually help us on that day. And probably we were all trembling and we really don't know what to do. Right? So somebody just came like written a good angel. Yeah. And we were like, okay, now we know we have to go home.
Yeah.
That was like an indicator.
Yeah, my initial impression was when Jaryl stopped his car. So I thought maybe he's just going to come out and make videos. So.
Yeah.
But we're like, okay, he's not coming out. Interesting.
Yeah.
And then Saurav said, I think he's waiting for us. Oh, really?
Yes.
And then stop recording video and then we go to him.
Yeah, we actually thought you were waiting to record. But can I ask this?
Yeah.
What were your first thoughts when you passed by that burning vehicle?
I was afraid because I was in shock at first. I was like, oh my god, it's a car on fire, So I was like, oh wow, I've never seen this in my life. Like, I've never seen this in real life, like right in my face. So it was quite scary. Yeah. So my initial thought is, did anyone get hurt? Is anyone in the car? Yeah. So I actually stopped to call the ambulance. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you told us that you called the ambulance, but the driver has already called the ambulance.
Yes.
Yeah. So when I called the ambulance, the lady told me, oh yeah, the owner called us already. And I was like, oh, okay, sure. Yeah.
And I think it was pretty much similar time on Sunday. And we see Jaryl again driving.
Oh yeah, around 9:30, 9:40 time, same time.
Yeah.
And I think almost a similar time Jaryl dropped us.
What are you doing right now? Like, are you still looking for people stranded on?
Like a good Samaritan.
Not in this way, but yeah.
But thanks a lot, Jaryl, once again. It's an inspiration to see people like you who still, keep our faith in humanity. And I am sure, you helped us and we will also help someone in future.
Yes.
Definitely, because you just repay for what you get.
Yeah.
So much.
So your last words, Jaryl, before you leave us. I mean, because we really owe this revived sort of faith in humanity to you. And I really would like to make sure that we will please allow us to take you out for a good coffee.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll be more than happy.
So, Jaryl, have you helped others also before? I'm sure it's not the first time.
Oh, I actually have a story though. It was quite interesting. It was quite interesting. So my friends were telling me like, oh my god, why do you have like? Because okay, it happened about a month ago, and I think it was the first day of 7th month. Okay, yeah. So I remember I sent my friend home when I was on my way, and I just left his estate, and then what was I doing? Oh, I was trying to use Google Maps and like locate my house to find out how do I go home from there because I don't usually go to his place. So I saw this girl waving. Okay. So I was like, oh, so I thought she thought that I was a grab, but she missed her grab. So I was like, oh, never mind, just ignore her and I just continue going straight. But then I was moving very slowly. But then out of the blue, she came from the back. Yeah, and then I was like, oh, I think she's coming in. And then after that, she like knocked onto my window and asked me if I needed it. Then I could sense her voice, like she was like kind of scared. So she said, like, can you send me to the nearest MRT? So some of my friends like scolded me, like, why do you let a stranger into your car? That kind of thing. Yeah.
That's an instant reaction. Yeah.
Yeah, but it turns out that I think she was chased by like her ex-boyfriend, that kind of thing. Yeah. So at that point of time, I was also scared. Because like if someone is chasing you in the middle of the night, right? Like if he sees me with her, he might think that I am some other person, and then he might want to kill me. And then I just like, okay, can we just go to then we just hurry, and then I just dropped her off at the MRT. Yeah, that's all.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so, it was just like a month ago, like not too long ago.
Oh my god.
That sounds scarier than our car.
Yeah, also
you have the knack of helping people.
Yeah,
Singapore government needs to hear about this boy. Singapore government needs to hear about this boy. Seriously.
No, it's okay. No.
Yeah, totally. You deserve, some recognition out there. Your story should go out in the media.
Yes. Before you just joined, we were talking about the fact that had we been late in getting out of the car, we could have been trapped, and more than fire could have passed out due to the smoke and everything else. In the same fashion, had you not come to help us, I don't know how long we would have been stranded on that highway and waited or walked in that moment of distress and tension and anxiety and all that was going on in our heads. So thank you so much. Have you been helped by somebody in your life? Has there been a scenario where you were
maybe
on the
you are
receiving
repaying
end?
it today,
Yes.
On Sunday you were repaying the help that you
got. Okay, wait, let me think. Whether have I been helped like by a stranger? I mean, when I was young, I jumped into an adult's pool, and I don't know how to swim, and someone helped me. If not, I would have drowned. Yeah.
Can you swim now?
Yeah, I can. I mean, right. I think right after that, my dad like enrolled me into like a swim school to learn how to swim. Yeah, but it took me quite some time to like get over that phobia. I mean, yeah.
That Jaryl just mentioned is that it took him a long time to get over this phobia, and we don't realize how these small incidents, even though we escape very narrowly through it, even though nobody was physically hurt, and that is what we were discussing earlier, they leave a mark on our consciousness. They leave a mark in our minds, in our emotions, in our thoughts, and that is something that we all need to acknowledge and then work towards, accepting it and then getting over it.
Yeah. And just like I mentioned earlier, I never realized that I will ever relive that same fearful feeling of me drowning in the beach. But in your darkest times, you actually start thinking about all your fears, and it just connects. And I think the worst part is, at the end of the day, everybody's talking about, did you get physically hurt? Nobody gives an importance to mental health, which is the bad thing. Everybody's thinking that did you get physically hurt, but nobody is asking, do you have anxiety? Do you have anxiety? Since 3 days, I was trembling. I was, getting tired while talking. I was even getting tired while walking for 200 meters, which generally never happened with me. So I think it's really important as a community, as a society, to start giving importance to mental health as well. So these are my few key takeaways from this incident and episode.
And then also another takeaway is, even though there are phobias we also take the good things, which we are definitely going to take from here. So as I think if I find someone who needs help, I'm definitely going to be the first person to go reach out to him. Maybe I was not going to reach out before this, what Jaryl did to us, but now definitely I'm going to do that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jaryl.
Thank you so much, Jaryl, once again. And thanks a lot, Monica, for giving us this space to actually express our story and, voice out this to the public out there. Thanks a lot once again.
That's really, really impressive and brave of you to talk about it. Thank you so much. And there's a saying in Hindi, whosoever is under the shelter of God is never hurt. So I think all of you are really, really blessed. And we definitely need more angels like you, Jaryl, Saurav, Ankur, Richa. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Monica. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Bulletin Box, for this opportunity. Thank you.
Bye.